Welcome, viewers. Today we uncover the dark confession made by the richest king in history. Imagine having endless gold, building great wonders, and ruling strong nations, only to feel empty. This was the tragic reality for King Solomon, a man who had everything, but found it empty. Why did the wise king conclude that life without the Maker is chasing the wind? Let us find out. Step into the grand palace of ancient Jerusalem, where absolute wealth met a severe crisis. The year is 931 BC. Inside the silent halls of ivory, a broken monarch sits. No foreign army defeated him. No deadly plague brought him down. He is crushed by pure nothingness. According to ancient records, Solomon possessed wisdom that surpassed all the kings of the known world. Yet his trembling voice echoes through the dark throne room, denying the value of his earthly power. Meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher. Utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. This shocking truth did not come from a starving peasant, but from the most wealthy ruler in history. He stares at his golden crown with deep disgust. The vast weight of his empire feels like a dark curse. Dust dances in the fading light. The grand cedar pillars offer no comfort to his tired, broken soul. He has climbed the highest mountain of human success, only to find a barren wasteland at the peak. How did a man blessed with divine intellect fall into such a devastating pit of deep despair? To understand his sorrow, we must travel back in time to the glorious dawn of his bright golden age. Historical texts reveal a period of unmatched wealth. Silver was as common as stones in the streets. Young Solomon was driven by a burning desire to test the absolute limits of human pleasure. He did not simply rule a nation. He launched the greatest philosophical experiment ever known. Using the endless riches of his vast treasury, he sought to buy every joy the mortal world could yield. If ultimate meaning existed in material things, the great king was determined to firmly find it. He built palaces that rivaled the heavens in beauty. His royal gardens were lush, perfect paradises. His fleet sailed the ancient oceans, returning with precious ivory, exotic apes, and shining gold. Yet, beneath this staggering display of absolute power, a silent, creeping void began to take firm root. Look closely at his tired eyes. They have seen every wonder, tasted every wine, and found nothing. The shadows in the room stretch longer, wrapping around the majestic throne like cold, suffocating chains. Every gold coin hoarded now feels like bitter ash. Every grand conquest is just a fading, fleeting dream. Before exploring the lavish halls of his youth, we must witness the painful cost of his deep, endless greed. He whispers into empty silence. The walls of his magnificent fortress cannot answer his deep, heavy pain. The experiment has failed completely. Let us witness the blinding glory that led to his very dark fall. The scene shifts violently backwards. We are now in the year 960 BC, a bright golden era. The sun blazes over Jerusalem. The young, powerful king stands upon his marble balcony with pride. Below him, thousands of laborers drag massive blocks of pristine stone under the scorching desert sun. They build the most spectacular temple the ancient world has ever seen, a monument of raw power. He denies himself absolutely nothing. His heart commands, and the royal treasury obeys his will. Merchant caravans arrive daily from distant lands, carrying exotic spices, rare gems, and pure silver. He surrounds himself with a staggering 700 wives and 300 concubines of pure beauty. Inside the grand banquet hall, Sweet wine flows like rivers. Ancient stringed instruments fill the warm air. Women in colorful silks dance around the golden tables, offering him every earthly delight. He laughs aloud, raising a golden cup filled with the finest vintage from his sprawling vineyards. No mortal ruler before him has achieved such a magnificent level of absolute self-indulgence. He plants vast forests, digs massive water pools, and watches his kingdom grow richer every single day. His fame spreads across ancient borders. The Queen of Sheba travels for months just to witness his glory. She is left breathless by the immense splendor of his royal court and the profound depth of his wisdom. He seems a living god among men. His brilliant mind masters science, poetry, architecture, and art. First Kings states he spoke 3,000 proverbs, and his songs numbered exactly 1,005. But observe his face closely. The bright flames of endless desire consume his once righteous, pure spirit. Pursuing pleasure becomes a dangerous addiction. More gold, more women, more massive, towering palaces. He tries filling a spiritual void with physical objects, a fatal mistake that will haunt his legacy. If you possessed all the wealth of the world, would it truly bring you lasting peace? Please tell us below. The festival reaches its chaotic peak. Dancers twirl endlessly under the warm and bright glowing torchlight. He smiles, believing he conquered life itself. He believes his vast empire will stand firm forevermore. Look closely at the sweating slaves dragging heavy stones outside the palace walls. They suffer greatly. His glorious paradise is built upon the broken backs of forgotten workers laboring in the dust. The illusion of earthly perfection is fast approaching its sudden, dark, and inevitable end. Slowly, the taste of vintage wine turns bitter in his mouth. The vibrant music becomes a hollow noise. He dismisses his beautiful concubines. The bustling banquet hall falls into a heavy and dead silence. Standing alone amidst scattered golden plates and empty silver cups, cold reality strikes his mind. The thrill of massive conquest fades away. Shiny jewels lose their luster. A deep melancholy takes over. He walks to the grand balcony, looking over the sprawling city built with such intense, fiery ambition. The massive temple stands against the starry night sky, yet his heart feels completely empty and cold. He thought absolute wealth would bring him lasting peace. Instead, it brought a terrifying dread. This is the exact moment the grand experiment collapses. The pursuit of worldly pleasure has failed. He turns his back on glowing city lights. The heavy purple robes now feel like a suffocating burden. Slowly, he retreats into the silent corridors of his magnificent palace, seeking answers in the gloom. The vibrant colors of his glorious youth begin to fade into harsh, brutal shades of gray and black shadow. He realizes his wealth is merely a temporary illusion, a fleeting mist vanishing quickly at dawn. The glorious king transforms into a broken philosopher, crushed by the weight of his profound intellect. He reaches out to touch intricately carved golden walls, but feels absolutely nothing but cold, hard metal. The journey of dark realization begins. He must confront the terrifying void hiding within his soul. Moving into the tragic later years, Solomon wanders vast, empty halls like a restless, cursed ghost at night. His majestic posture is gone. He walks with a heavy, hunched back, burdened by the terrible truth of life. Elderly courtiers watch him from the dark corners. They whisper anxiously about the king's very deep sorrow. They do not understand why the ruler of the most prosperous nation on earth looks so utterly defeated. He passes grand mirrors of polished bronze, stopping to stare at his own aging, deeply wrinkled, and tired face. Time, the ultimate cruel thief, is slowly stealing his strength. His gray beard proves his mortality to him. Ecclesiastes reveals his thoughts. Both the wise man and the fool must soon face the final judgment. All his immense wisdom cannot save him from the dark and silent grave. Death is the grand equalizer of men. He reflects on his architectural wonders. The massive stones will eventually crack and slowly fall. Generations will pass, new kings will rise, and his magnificent empire will eventually turn to dust. He must leave his vast, hard-earned wealth to whoever succeeds him on the heavy and magnificent golden throne. Who knows if that heir will be a wise leader or a foolish tyrant who completely ruins his entire legacy. This horrifying thought tortures his mind. All his extreme labor under the hot sun feels entirely pointless. He walks into the grand treasury room. Mountains of glittering gold and precious gems surround his tired body. He picks up a shining golden cup and lets it fall to the cold floor. The loud clang echoes in the dark void. Wealth cannot buy true peace of mind. Power cannot defeat the relentless, unstoppable march of cruel time. The more profound knowledge he gathered, the more deep sorrow and heavy grief he naturally experienced. Ignorance is a comfortable shield, while supreme wisdom opens the mind's eyes to life's terrible, dark flaws. Pursuing earthly joy without a divine purpose is merely chasing the elusive, shifting wind. If ultimate knowledge brings such deep sorrow, would you still choose to know the painful truth? Comment below. The agonizing internal battle reaches its peak. The wise king falls to his knees on the very hard stone floor. He holds a blank parchment, his trembling hand gripping an old feather quill. He must record this brutal truth. He cannot let future generations repeat his mistakes. He must warn the blind, wealthy, and proud world. With a broken heart, he begins to write the most profound philosophical text of the entire ancient age. His words are not meant to comfort. They are sharp stones meant to shatter our foolish and fragile illusions. He documents his desperate search for meaning in wine, grand projects, vast riches, and endless worldly fame. For each dark category, he writes the exact same conclusion. It is all a futile chasing after the wind. The oil lamp flickers, casting dramatic shadows against dark walls. The old king's face looks extremely pale. He has surgically dissected the human condition, exposing the bleeding, empty core of a godless life. The exhausting journey through the darkest valley of profound nihilism is now slowly coming to its grim end. He slowly closes the ancient scroll of deep sorrow. His tired hands finally rest on the cold and wooden desk. The long night of painful reflection severely drained him. But his weary mind reached a crucial point. He stands up slowly, leaving the dark and silent study behind. He walks back to the massive golden throne. The terrible burden of absolute, raw truth weighs heavily on his frail shoulders. He breathes out a sigh. Every step echoes with the tragic failure of desire. The grand palace feels like a vast and empty tomb. He finally realizes that the endless hunger of the human soul cannot be fed by empty earthly things. God has placed eternity into the fragile hearts of men. Therefore, anything less than God disappoints. The rich man starves while eating at a table made of pure gold. The thirsty king drinks wine, but remains dry. This painful revelation destroys his ancient, foolish pride. The world cannot fix the brokenness inside. The final piece of the puzzle is falling right into place. The grand illusion of success has shattered. We return to the beginning. The year 931 BC. The old monarch sits in his quiet hall. The piercing, cold spotlight shines directly down from up above. It illuminates his exhausted, lined face. He is no longer confused. The fog of desire has lifted, revealing a very stark, simple clarity. He looks directly at us with eyes that have seen the dark end. He delivers his final, bitter verdict. Now all has been heard. Here is the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep his strict commandments. He drops the heavy golden crown from his trembling, aged hands. It clatters loudly against the stone floor. He finally lets go of his worldly attachments. He fully surrenders his massive pride to the judge. Without the Creator, every human achievement is reduced to a pile of dry, scattered dust. Wealth cannot buy salvation. Pleasure cannot heal a broken soul. Fame cannot stop the cruel hand of cold time. True fulfillment is found only in a very humble relationship with the one who formed the oceans. King Solomon's tragic failure becomes our profound lesson. He lost himself completely, so we might see. The grand illusion of materialism is stripped away. The naked truth stands exposed before us. If you fully remove the divine from your picture, you are left with a terrifying, empty void. We build our fragile kingdoms on shifting sand, desperately hoping they survive the fierce coming tide. But the rapid tide of time washes everything away. Only things done for the kingdom will remain. The wise king sits quietly in the fading twilight. The dust of his failed grand ambitions settles down. He does not weep. He has moved beyond simple sadness into a realm of deep and divine clarity. This is not a story of ultimate defeat. It is a brutal call for those still chasing mirages. Stop sacrificing your precious life on the altar of greed. True wealth is invisible to our eyes. Do not wait until you are old, broken, and sitting on a throne to fully realize this profound truth. Let the echoes of Solomon's bitter confession penetrate the walls of your own modern heart. The grand vision slowly fades, leaving only the image of the throne, a stark symbol of pure vanity. In the grand scheme of eternal history, our earthly achievements are brief flashes of lightning. But a soul anchored in the divine love of the Creator will endure long after the stars burn out. This is the ancient wisdom handed down from the wisest fool. May his painful journey guide your steps. He takes one final breath, embracing the profound silence of the hall. The heavy burden drops right down. And so the wise king rests, not in comfort of vast shiny gold, but in the liberating raw truth. King Solomon's profound confession remains a timeless warning. Wealth means nothing if purpose is lost. Do you believe humanity can ever find true happiness in wealth? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this journey awakened your mind, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more grand stories.